Okay, hello, how are you? Good morning, everybody. I hope that you guys actually can hear us. Can you give me a 1 if you can hear me? See, you can hear me. If you put a 1. Okay, good. I'm very happy. You guys are able to hear me. 大家聽到我講嘢啦。哇，等先嚇，好多謝各位。我係 Angela Lowsutea President。今日咧好高興咧有機會又同你分享下今日嘅題目。咁其實咧我有好多人咧由不同地方喎，有夏威夷啦，又有新加坡啦，依家睇到，又有美國啦，又喺Vancouver 啦，哇好多不同人嘅。I'm so happy today. We have a lot of different people from all over the world. One is a group of them from Hawaii. Some of them are from Los Angeles. Some of them are from Singapore. Some of them from Australia. Some Hawaii, Hong Kong, and Singapore. So it's a really mixed group. And also some of them are from Philippines, I noticed. So thank you and welcome. I know you guys are on Saturday and some of them on Thanksgiving holiday. I'm so happy to actually get to share with you our program today. Today, this topic is so important. So I'm going to start putting some of these up first. Let me put this up and then so everybody got it. The Facebook group can able to see this. Just make sure they get it. Okay. And then, so make sure they will have all that information. So we got it done. So we're going to have Facebook Live also for people who cannot get into, for people who could not get into Zoom, so they can also enjoy the webinar. 有啲朋友咧話我唔識去做Zoom 喎。咁唔緊要，我哋亦都會俾到一個節目咧，就喺 Facebook Live 裏邊咧，係你可以睇到我哋嘅節目嘅。咁呢個亦都係大家開心啦，可以 share 下啦嚇。OK good。咁嗱，我哋首先咧，我哋依家咧就去share 我哋今日講嘅嘢啦。咁我哋就等陣啊。咁我依家係 share 我個 screen 出嚟先。Okay, okay, good. I think you guys see my screen all right. If you guys can see the screen, can you say 1? Can you say 1? Give me a 1. Okay, can you see my screen? Give me a 1. Okay, good. I think you can see my screen, right? Everybody see my screen? Give me a 1. Okay, good. And thank you very much. 多謝你俾個screen 我哋。Okay, good. 咁嗱，今日咧其實咧我哋就講咧係好多堂友，我諗我有大概有最低限度有幾百人嘅，其實都係咁即係不同時間啦，就話俾我聽，喂Andrew 你講啲古仔咧係幫助我即係去了解多啲堂友嘅東西啦咁。咁其實好多人一路係咁都係叫我講樣嘢，咁我哋咧就覺得哇好重要咧，就係原來好多堂友瞓唔到覺嘅。Actually, I received tremendous amount of email, short message, and asked me, hey, can you do a webinar, can able to talk about how to help me to sleep? Because they found that many of the diabetic or even pre-diabetic customer, they cannot sleep, and net result, their blood sugar keep going up. 咁所以變咗嚟講，如果你瞓唔到覺，原來咧係會好影響你嘅血糖喎。咁今日咧我就講8個方法，點能夠令到你咧係可以能夠瞓覺 OK 啦，血糖又 OK。OK， 咁而家開始啦。嗱。因為我哋而家有成好多人咧係新入嚟嘅，咁我想咧就第一係 catch up 到依紮人先，俾些少嘅舊陣時講過嘢，咁俾2分鐘我講嘅啫，好快脆 OK。We just want to catch up real fast for people who come in new and they never heard about us. So I want to catch them and make sure they understand why we're doing this and why they have to understand to manage diabetes. It's only a couple of minutes, real fast. Now, as you remember, I mentioned before, when you are diabetes, you never get well. All you got to do is actually control your disease. And diabetes actually affects your entire body vessels. And if you don't do anything to it, like for example, you're pre-diabetic, in 3 years, you will convert to your diabetes. If you don't control your blood sugar, you will get all kinds of diabetic complications, which I'll talk about a little more. On top of that, one of the most important things, you have to change your lifestyle, meaning that you have to proper dieting, exercising, weight control, and then control diabetic with your sugar. And then with that, then you will be at least keep yourself healthy and you won't get diabetic complication, or you are pre-diabetic, you won't convert. 嗱，我講過咧，近時咧，如果糖友嘅話咧，如果你係糖尿病咧，永遠唔好嘅，只係能夠控制嘅啫。咁控制嘅話咧，你一定要控制你血糖。咁點控制血糖啊？第一，你係一定要即係食方面啦，要 exercise 啦，要你個 weight control 啦，即係磅重啦，降低啦。咁同埋飲食係好重要嘅。如果你係前期患病啫，3年咩都唔做咧，你會 convert to 呢個糖尿病病。如果糖尿病咗之後咧，你就有好多不同嘅 health care 問題。咁我哋希望你唔會變咗咁啦。咁其實咧喺食嘢方面咧，千祈咧就唔好食任何嘅白粉。白粉即係米飯啊，即係食少啲啦。如果唔食咁多，食少啲啦。白粉、麵包、白嘅麵包，即係 white bread 啊。咁其實咧，所有麵粉嘅嘢都唔得嘅，即係呢啲係全部 high 咩啊？碳酸化合物，咁就急幫助你糖高 up 嘅。咁變咗嚟講，飲嘢咧，千祈唔好飲可樂啦，或者無糖都唔得嘅，因為我冇能夠話俾個腦聽，喂，我要飲啲糖喎，整下你就食得多啲。咁飲咩好啊？嗱，其實我哋有個去糖茶，係幫助你係降低血糖，呢個係一定係好嘢嚟嘅。因為我太多客人咧，呢個飲咗好正啊，我降低血糖 ，OK？ 咁呢個咧你係可以繼續去飲呢樣嘢。So really, at the end of the day, you have to change your lifestyle, as I mentioned, besides dieting, exercising, and weight control. You really, how do you diet? So make sure you don't eat any white powder, meaning flour, rice, or limited rice, and then white bread, things like that, because they're all high carb. So control your carb is the key thing. And then you will help you lower your blood sugar, because you're low intake of carb, right? So that's all will help you. Now, then at the end of the day, you will continue to, throughout the life, have to do this, because if not, it won't work. Because once you get back your carb up, your blood sugar will go up. So you say, what do I drink? I cannot drink Coke, I cannot drink juice. Well, certainly you can drink Lowsutea. Lowsutea definitely can help you to lower your blood sugar. It's a very tasty tea. It's fruity taste. Take it during dinner, lunch, breakfast. Every day you continue to drink, it will lower your blood sugar. We have so many samples of doing that. Now, how does the Lowsutea work? Basically, Lowsutea has a guava leaves which block the sugar go inside your vessels. Block the sugar go inside a vessel, so less blood sugar inside your vessel. And then there's bitter melon. It helps you act like an insulin and take the sugar into the cells. And basically, that's two functions. Because when you're diabetes, you basically, your insulin has not enough go inside to take the sugar in the cells. Net result, your blood sugar kind of goes up. But because we're guava leaf, we block the sugar going into vessels, and the bitter melon help you take the cell, your blood sugar will go down. So we have people that who took this for like 2.5 months. They don't have to take insulin, and also the medication go down. So if you don't take care of this, what's going to happen? Now, in future, I'm going to talk a little bit more. There's the diabetic heart. A lot of people die because they're not, the heart get full of clog because of the sugar and cholesterol get together, block the heart, they get a heart attack, or they get vision blindness. I was so surprised. Why I was so surprised? Because I found many of our clients, even at 3 years of diabetes, the eyes getting blurred. And December 19th for Hong Kong time and for US time is 18th. We're going to have an expert of diabetes doctor talk about eyes. She's a very excellent eye surgeon. She's going to spend an hour and a half talking about, you get all your question and ask her, because she will tell you how to prevent it, how to treat it. And also the kidney disease. 50% previously when I was a Baxter Executive Vice President Asia Pacific. I'm doing CAPD that 50% of customers are diabetes. Now it's 75%. Imagine that. So it's a very high. Plus you can potential high blood pressure, get stroke. So all that will hurt you. Plus nerve damage. I talk a lot about nerve damage and your poor circulation, lower extremity, and I see actual people cut off their foot and become gangrene. All those will be really a bad health complication, which you will need to really take care. Now, so we'll talk about how to get you to better sleep, and that is really a very good how to get a better sleep, and that will be our lecture today. Now, I will wait to all the answer later for you. 嗱，各位同學唔好意思啊，我頭先講太多英文啦。其實如果你係真係唔 take care 你自己咧，你有心臟病啦，有眼盲啦，同埋有呢個腎病啦，同埋中風啦，同埋你嘅神經損毀啦，同埋你血去唔到腳嗰度咧，咁好多時咧爛咗你就會腳咗個腳。嗱，我見過好多呢咁朋友嘅。咁其實咧，亦都好多人咧，因為佢唔知道咧，原來心臟病係好有問題。嗱，10月19號咧。我有個專科醫生，佢嘅名叫 Professor Jan Young， 咁佢咧就講及點係防禦呢個糖尿病咧，咁呢個會係話俾你聽。嗱，我知道好多朋友已經有 question 出嚟，但我遲啲咧先答你啲 question 好唔好啊？咁唔該晒，我如果有問題繼續問，唔緊要嘅，我哋會一定一答晒你啲 question。但係最緊要咧，你問就得㗎啦，因為我哋平日都好多時問好多 question， 一樣照答嘅啫 ，OK？ 好，咁啦，然後咧就嗱actually if you don't have enough sleep or you have very little sleep, what happens is because you have little sleep, what it does is raise your blood sugar for type 2 diabetic. And actually, even I found pre-diabetic patients also have the same problem. If they don't have enough sleep, their blood sugar also continue goes up. Net result, they get converted much earlier, especially if they work, they cannot get enough sleep. That's what happened. 嗱，我哋其實好多糖友咧話俾我聽，喂，我係糖尿患病者喎，但係其實點解我哋唔夠瞓覺，我啲糖都高 up 嘅？其實呢個係一個真係，如果你唔瞓覺7個鐘頭啊8個鐘頭咧，你啲糖會高 up 嘅。依家我再解釋點咧。嗱，好多人唔知道原來前期患病者都係有同樣問題，哇！我都嚇咗我一跳。我睇翻啲 data， 因為前期患者如果你唔夠瞓咧，咁你啲糖繼續係高。點解要高 up 咧？好重要，我依家再解釋下。嗱 ，so important for type 2 diabetic, you have to have plenty quality sleep, and you have not only just sleep, but you have to have restful sleep, really relax yourself and so forth. Now, sleep is actually a very essential health. Keep you healthy, just like nutrition and exercise. If you don't have enough sleep, it will hurt you down the road. Now, if you create a lot of stress, you cannot sleep, your body will create a hormone called cortisol. And the cortisol hormone will increase insulin resistance, and the body blood sugar will continue to go up. And your fat level is also go up. And that not enough sleep, the hormone will continue to raise up, so that is bad for you. Now the thing, if you sleep less, and study also show that if you are so stressed, you sleep flat, actually you can die earlier because you have so much stress. So both sleeping is so important. 嗱，各位朋友，其實咧唔夠瞓係一個好大問題嘅，因為佢提高咗咩啊？你個血糖。第二樣嘢，仲有一樣嘢咧。每一個人其實咧都要有一個好嘅好睡眠，要有 good 質素嘅睡眠喎，唔係話乜嘢睡眠啊，要好質素嘅睡眠。咁咩叫好質素嘅睡眠啊？其實咧就係一定要咧，你一個人咧要有唔好喐嚟喐去啦，即係變咗係好似即係你要要 restful 啊，即係要好舒服咁瞓覺。咁其實咧呢個咧好似食飯一樣。你一定要有好嘅身體啦，有好嘅 nutrition 啦，瞓覺一定好似營養一樣嚟嘅，要有一樣有啲咁嘅嘢嘅，要有瞓覺營養同埋 exercise， 呢啲睡眠係一樣嘅。 如果你冇好嘅睡眠咧，你個身體有個荷爾蒙咧就叫 Cortisol 咧會 increase 個 blood sugar 同埋你個 fat， 因為佢準備你打仗。咁相變咗嚟講咧，你有兩樣嘢都提高咗咧，咁你弊家伙啦。仲有一樣嘢 Cortisol 咧，唔淨止你提高咗你個叫做 insulin resistance 啊，即係你個胰島素嘅抵抗啊，退抗啊。咁變咗嚟講咧，有呢樣嘢嘅時候咧，你好多胰島素帶到糖入去，咁你就好弊家伙啦。咁仲有，如果你唔夠瞓，你成日都係2-3個鐘頭4個鐘頭瞓覺咧，其實你會死快啲嘅。OK， 因為你係個 stress 啊。OK，so these are the basic you gotta know why you gotta sleep well. Now, the first thing is a lot of people don't realize recently, and actually that's very true, including myself. You have to check whether you have sleep apnea. What is sleep apnea? I will further explain. 嗱，其實第一樣嘢咧，你要知道你係咪有睡眠窒息症。其實喺呢方面咧，喺原來糖尿患病者咧，尤其是 Type 2 Diabetic 或者前期患者係好常見嘅。嗱 ，so I found out that 7 out of 10 people on Type 2 Diabetic, they have sleep apnea, which is obstruction sleep apnea. In other words, they are so chubby here, the tongue draw down, and when they sleep, the neck is fat. So net result, they're also usually overweight. So the breathing tend to stop. So net result, the breathing become very abnormal. You know, some of them, they even look like they would choke themselves. So that can be extremely bad for the person. Now, the sign and symptom, I will share with you a little while later, but that is something that you cannot just say, well, I can ignore, you know, it won't work, okay? 嗱，其實喺糖友裏邊咧，7個之中有10個之中有7個咧係有睡眠窒息性嘅。多數咧，因為咧佢多數個肥胖啦，或者個頸呢度啊好肥啊，咁佢個肥嘅時候咧，佢就吞嗰條脷咧成日 drop 咗落去個咩喉嚨嗰度，咁啲氣咧就唔係 good exchange，咁佢就多數瞓覺咧係瞓得唔好，同埋佢係會令到個 oxygen 咧即係個氧啊入去身咧係好差嘅。嗱 ，so if you don't have very good oxygen exchange because your obstruction with sleep apnea, your normal breathing, your oxygen supply to the body are not good. And usually you have very poor sleep quality, even though you went to sleep. But actually, next day, your body are going to be tired. You will feel, fall asleep. I have a staff actually have that. Exactly what happened. You fall asleep at work. The reason is because there's sleep apnea. And one good sign of that is their loud snoring. Even they sleep in the office, suddenly fall asleep, they also snore. So people are just saying, wow, what happened to this guy? So I explained to them that you really actually, your major problem is sleep apnea. 嗱，其實咧如果你係有呢個睡眠窒息症咧，就係啲氧去唔到個身體裏邊啦。咁其實咧你睡眠咧係一定好差嘅。嗱，可能係瞓咗覺，但係你可能 snore 得好大聲，即係咕聲。但係咧你其實咧本身你血氧係去唔到嗰個身體裏邊。咁其實咧你朝頭早或者到晏晝咧就好眼瞓嘅。有個同事咧，佢真係咧變咗係咁咧。弊家伙啦！佢日頭翻工，佢都瞓覺咧仲會喺個 office 嗰度咧係 snoring 嘅。咁其實咧，我哋知道原來佢係呢個睡眠窒息症。其實呢個咧係點醫㗎？好簡單，你去個醫生嗰度，你個 family medicine 啦，就話咧我係有咁嘅問題。咁佢多數咧就叫你去做一個叫做 sleep apnea test， 呢個睡眠窒息症嘅測驗。咁你其實要可能喺嗰笪地方瞓一晚，然後佢好多wire 啊，hookup up你個腦啊，咁然後咧就睇下你係咪真係有呢個問題。嗱，其實咧我自己咧都有一個叫做 moderate 喎，但係我自己唔知喎，就係我太太話喂，你成日 snore 咁大聲嘅 ，so 呢啲如果你係 snore 得好大聲，或者即係要依個咧就一定會正視啊，多數你有呢個問題㗎。So the important thing is once you're snoring a lot and very loud, you feel tiredness. Sometimes it might not be necessary type, but you will snore very loud. you need to see your family's doctor and actually get them to give you a so-called sleep apnea test. Sleep apnea test, usually you go to a clinic and they wire you up on the head and just have a lot of wires attached, so they know you kicking or your brain wave is really actually start getting because not enough oxygen, so they have all that to test. So if you are, what you need is you need a CPAP machine, a breathing device which force air into your lung, and so that way you will always have fresh air, and net result you actually become so much better next day. And I have the same problem because my wife was telling me, man, you are snoring so loud, and I went to see a doctor, a chest specialist, and tell her you have sleep apnea. And when I have that, man, next day I felt so good. Now I even travel. I have to carry the little machine and able to actually breathe better. And it's truly feeling better. Okay, so remember that. And then, secondly, so 如果你係喺醫生嗰度咧，佢會做一個 sleep test 之後咧，可能如果你真係證實你有證明實質識症咧，你會有一個咁嘅機器，好似呢個男士咁樣啦。咁你瞓咗落去嘅時候咧，你就會繼續咧會喺呢個睡眠窒息症裏邊咧係可以即係睇呢個即係呢個令到你樣咧繼續會好嘅。所以記住，呢個係好重要嘅，有睡眠窒息症咧一定要有呢個 mask， 有個 machine 能夠睇到佢。有呢個睡眠窒息症嗰個機器叫 CPAP， 咁大量嘅氧係谷入去你個lung 裏邊咧，咁你能夠好嘅氧嘅 exchange。咁其實仲有一樣嘢好多人唔知道咧，就要你係太過肥胖啦。咁太過肥胖咧係咪多數咧你要 lose weight 啦，要 change the lifestyle 啦，同埋咧即係要減肥啦，要 diet 啦。咁呢啲咧其實都 part of 嗰個所謂嘅。每一個糖友咧都要做呢樣嘢，佢先能夠降低呢度咁肥嘅東西，咁所以能夠咧佢個睡眠窒息症咧就會更加好啲嘅。Okay, so remember when you have sleep apnea, the doctor will give you a CPAP machine forcing air in, so you will able to get better oxygen, but that's not enough. You also need to change your lifestyle, i.e., for example, you have to lose weight. You have to losing the fat here. You have to better dieting, lower your blood sugar. All that has to make it to work. So cannot be just getting a machine, but continue to be fat or get fatter. That won't work. But for sure, once you get that, you will feel better. So the next one, you have to have a better blood sugar management. Now, keep in mind, when your blood sugar going up too high or getting too low, it will wake you up middle of the night, because if your blood sugar too low, you know what's going to happen? You'll start getting sweaty, and you're going to take some sugar pill. So net result, you will really not making good sleep. And on top of that, you have continued to keep your blood sugar in a good level. So net result, you will continue to have good, blood sugar level with you before you go to sleep. That's why at nighttime, before I sleep, usually I use my Abbott Levy, this little gadget here, and I measure myself, and I say, okay, what I was. And I was saying, okay, I'm 5.2, so I'm in good shape. So 5.2, about 980 or 90, around 90. So I'm in good shape. So with that, that will help you to understand before you go to sleep, what is your blood sugar result. 嗱，其實咧，你個糖高down 咧，即係好高好低咧，兩樣都對你唔好嘅，因為當你好低嘅時候，你多發冷汗啦，同埋你或者食粒糖啦，咁所以其實咧，你一定臨瞓前咧，要知道自己個血糖係幾多，所以其實咧，你瞓間前去 measure 你自己咧係有用嘅。如果你有個 Abbott 嘅 Levy 咧，咁啊 measure 自己更好啦。如果冇咧，篤手指啦。咁其實呢個好重要嘅。So a lot of time I found also if you drink the last couple cup after dinner of Lowsutea, and kept 1 cup of Lowsutea, which is about 240 ml or around 8 ounce or 6 ounce tea before you go to sleep. And that will, Lowsutea actually help you to relax you. And also they don't have caffeine, does not affect the sleep, but it actually brings your blood sugar totally low in the sense of around 90 or 5 point something. And I've noticed when I did that, I went sleep extremely well. 咁其實咧，我亦都知道咧，原來咧，我哋係瞓覺前咧，最後嗰杯即係飲咗2杯食飯啦，即係食飯前飲1杯啦，食飯後飲1杯啦，或者食完飯再飲多杯已經3杯啦。第4杯嘅時候咧，係臨瞓前暖暖地嘅去糖茶飲1杯，咁咧就好 relax 你嘅。嗱，去糖茶唔會影響你瞓覺，因為佢冇 caffeine 嘅。咁你瞓覺之前飲咗之後咧，你嗰晚成晚啲血糖咧點樣啊？原來全部都係睇70、80、90嗰個之間，或者100啦。咁變咗嚟講，如果你maintain咗好嘅血糖咧，哇，你好正啦！咁嗰陣時咧，你會係瞓覺10分好嘅。咁仲有咧，仲有你要計劃咧，你個食嘅東西啦，唔好食得太飽啦，唔好食嗰啲糖甜嘢啦。同埋仲有一樣嘢咧，好重要咧，唔可以話好劇烈嘅運動，即係你唔好去做未瞓覺之前做跑步啊嗰啲，唔係做呢啲。但你可以行，慢慢行散步嘛，咁你又會 OK 嘅。嗱 ，also you have to have good diet plan before to manage your blood sugar, not to eat a lot of very high sugar item before you go to sleep, and that's not good. And also you have to plan some kind of activity at night. What kind of activities usually would be good? Actually, it would be something like, for example, very slow walk instead of jogging or go lift weight. That's no good. That's aggressive exercise. That is not what you want to do. Okay? Okay, now, so actually, you need a very good sleep hygiene. Now, what is called sleep hygiene? Each night, you should have at least 7 to 9 hours sleep. Okay? Now, I have actually one of my clients. He is very good. He actually every night he slept at 9 p.m. and I call him and before 9 he said I'm going to sleep 9 p.m. and wake up every day at 5 a.m. every day and exactly the same. And after that he went to walk in the morning. And that is a good sleep hygiene. He sleep well through the time and no one bother him. Get a good night's sleep. And with that, you actually should not plan, like, for example, instead of going to sleep, you watch TV, you talk to friends till 11 or 12 o'clock, and then all kind of very activity. Sometimes people say, when I talk, my friend upset me, or I'm too happy. Either way, it's not going to get you to sleep well. So try to not to get all these activity in there. 嗱，瞓覺咧其實好重要咧，要7至9個鐘頭瞓覺嘅。咁我有個好嘅朋友咧，佢係每日咧都係瞓8個鐘頭，佢係夜晚9點前佢就瞓覺啦，9點鐘佢真係上堂嘅。朝頭早5點鐘起身嘅，咁佢個睡眠咧係好正好正。咁其實咧，當然你話你10點鐘瞓覺，6點鐘起身都 OK 嘅。所以變咗嚟講，你有8個鐘頭瞓覺係 very good。咁仲有啦，千祈咧唔好話我瞓覺前咧我就打下電話、睇下電視啊，或者同朋友傾下偈啊。因為有陣時琴晚傾偈，你可以好開心，可能佢 upset 你，兩樣都瞓你整唔到，或者飲整緊嘢，你諗一大餐嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講，希望咧或者幾個鐘頭前同佢傾下偈先瞓覺，瞓覺係要 relax 先去瞓覺嘅。咁其實咧，每日咧，我哋又可能瞓下晏覺啦。嗱，千祈唔好瞓得太多啊，因為瞓得多晏覺咧，你夜晚就瞓唔到啊。咁20分鐘嘅 afternoon nap 係好嘅，即係20分鐘瞓覺係好嘅，即係瞓下 rest 時間。但係如果你話瞓得好似我5點鐘瞓20分鐘又唔得喎，因為你係瞓咗，你夜晚就太過精神㗎喎。咁所以邊嚟講咧，就應該晏晝瞓覺，真係晏晝3零鐘4點鐘瞓20分鐘係 good 嘅。有好多中國人咧就食晏晝嗰陣時咧瞓20分鐘 very good 啊。So when you nap, never nap too late in the afternoon because you take late in the afternoon, you actually screw up your sleep. So important is sleep 20 minutes. Don't make too long. If it's too long actually is not going to help you because you overslept and you're going to able at nighttime you're not able to sleep. And also don't make it too late on your nap because too late on nap is also not going to be good, okay? So usually elderly especially, do not get them to sleep sometime all the way to 6, 7 o'clock at nighttime they have had to sleep, okay? Now, as I mentioned, you really need to have a regular bedtime. A regular bedtime is like you set a time like 9 to 5, that's excellent. And if you get that routine of getting to sleep and wake up at the same time, and also your body and your mind will actually get an international, like an internal clock. Even I found out that when I travel from Hong Kong to Chicago, my clock will also work because even though it's not up, but my clock will tell you, hey, time to get up. So you really have a good internal clock is extremely good. And on top of that, because you constantly have the bedtime, they tell you you're supposed to go rest. So you routine having this time around sleeping at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you will always at that time, you automatically will feel tired, and then you get you to ready to rest, and then your better sleep will actually give you a better memory in the morning, better functioning, you get tired, you get more attention. So important to set up a regular bedtime schedule. 嗱，其實瞓覺咧好 important 有個好嘅習慣。我幾時瞓覺我就幾時瞓覺，幾時起身幾時起身。好似有朋友咁，佢每日都係9點鐘、15點鐘起身嘅，呢個係好嘅，因為裏邊咧個身體咧就開始放一個叫 internal clock 啊，一個好似一個時間鐘咁嘅，你自己會起身嘅。嗱，呢個好特別啦，我瞓覺咧，亦都而家就算我由香港飛去芝加哥咧，我 internal clock 都話俾你聽，喂，我起身喎，其實時間唔啱嘅，但我都會有呢樣嘢嘅。咁所以咧，瞓覺咧瞓得好咧，你第二日第一。你個精神好啦，記憶會好啦，同埋咧你個人係爽啲嘅，同埋 pay attention 好啲嘅，集中力都好咗嘅。嗱，有一樣嘢好特別啦，瞓覺前千祈唔好飲酒。我講講呢樣嘢係真實個案嚟嘅。So really before you sleep, do not drink alcohol. Now a lot of people thought that, well, I am really alcohol help me sleep a little better. But it's really not very true because I tell you a real story. I have a client, it's a she, and she is actually only 40-something years old. And I monitor her Abbott Libby because she's one of my clients, and I gave her one of these things that monitor Abbott Libby. And her Abbott Libby is continuing to go up at nighttime around 11 or 12 o'clock. It go up very high, go up like 180, 200 something. I asked her, why your blood sugar always go up so high? And I found out that she every night had drink some wine. She thought wine will relax her, but it screwed up her whole blood sugar because wine is what kind of alcohol in there? It's made by grapes, and the grapes screw up her blood sugar totally. So I asked her, eliminate the wine, her blood sugar automatic right away drop every day. And then I tell her to drink Lowsutea instead. Her blood sugar went down to 120 or around 6, 5, 6 around the end neighborhood. So totally improved. 我有個朋友咧，佢40零歲啫，咁但係咧佢就話俾你聽，每晚都飲啲酒可以 relax 我嘅。咁但係我見到佢咧用呢個 app 嚟度嘅時候咧，哇，晚晚都好高啊，10幾度喎。咁我話你係做咗咩㗎？咁我飲酒，佢飲個紅酒，飲咗紅酒個係用咩做啊？係用葡萄做嘅，葡萄係好甜嘅，咁個 blood sugar 會好高。咁所以咧，佢雖然佢以為自己 OK 啦，但係其實咧對身體十分唔好，因為你咪瞓覺之前咧有10幾度嘅糖，然後去瞓覺，咁其實咧對你成個整體嘅身體係十分損害嘅。咁啊叫佢唔好飲酒咧。佢嘅糖即刻飲去糖茶啦，佢糖咧即刻跌翻落嚟咧，去到有呢個5啊、6啊、7啊嗰個 range 嘅，咁你話幾好咧 ？So alcohol does affect your blood sugar level, so do not drink alcohol. If you do drink alcohol, make sure you're doing at dinner time, small amount, and make sure that you can able have at least 2 hours your body to metabolize your alcohol. So very important. You have to have that, mechanism to get your body to basically, help you to metabolize your alcohol. Now, if you want to take dinner, 1 glass of wine is okay because you still have about 2-3 hours before you go to sleep. After dinner, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, you sleep at 10, so that would be perfect. But remember, alcohol does increase blood sugar, plus alcohol can fragment your sleep. OK， 嗱，記住飲酒，你個身體要2個鐘頭先能夠將嗰啲 alcohol 嗰啲酒啊去 break down 去 absorb 嘅。如果唔係咧，繼續係咁行咧，個心跳又高啲啊，一路咁變咗全部都唔正仔。咁當然啦，你話食飯我瞓覺之前飲咧 OK， 總之4個鐘頭前飲係冇問題嘅，因為食飯嗰陣時4個鐘頭，仲有2個鐘頭佢 metabolize 即係佢酒要 break down 啦。咁變咗嚟講咧，譬如我食飯係6點鐘食飯，10點鐘瞓覺冇問題，一杯 OK， 但係冇繼續飲喎，因為越頭高噏嘅喎。咁如果你飲咧太多酒咧，頭高啦，同埋咧酒會將你瞓覺咧係瞓得唔熟睡嘅，破壞咗你瞓覺嘅。Now, one of the things that is so important, you got to turn off all electronic devices. Now, that's something that I found out that my wife and she always want to watch TV before go to sleep. So a lot of time she'll fall asleep and she forgot to turn off the TV. You know what happened? The TV actually affect my sleep because I could not sleep. When I wake up 1 o'clock, I would turn off her TV. So important is before go to sleep, turn off your TV and turn off your phone, or don't turn the phone and so at time it ring. So make sure that you have a good night's sleep, because when you don't turn off your TV, that blue light actually is increase your insulin resistance. You know, the TV light, the blue light is actually increase your TV resistance. And also it really at the end of the day, if your insulin resistance go up, actually it will actually give you weight gain, and so net result is not good for you. So important to turn off your TV, your computer, your monitor, or your phone before you go to sleep, and also keep your light at the bedroom turned dark throughout the night so you can have a good night's sleep, and that is so important. 嗱，其實我太太咧瞓覺時咧，佢有個習慣好特別嘅。佢成日睇電視，咁睇電視咧，佢自己瞓咗覺喎。咁但係嗰陣時咧，夜晚咧，我就 wake up 咗我自己啦，瞓間房啦，我同佢熄電視機啦。咁其實咧個電視有一個叫藍光啊，呢個藍光咧係會破壞同埋去令到你個胰島素有呢個 resistance 嘅。咁呢個如果呢個胰島素 resistance 咧，咁你嘅糖咧會高 up 嘅喎。咁好多人咧用咗呢樣嘢咧，每個 end up 就肥胖啦、weight gain 啦，仲有糖高 up 啦。咁呢樣嘢全部都係唔好嘅，所以好重要咧係臨瞓前咧係 turn off 你嘅 TV， 同埋咧你個 computer 又要 turn off， 同埋你個電話都要 turn off。所以變咗嚟講咧，你要將呢啲全部刪晒嘅時候咧，就會對你個身體睡眠更加好。仲有一個好重要就係你睡眠咧。就係要你嗰個房間咧，要嗰啲燈咧，要真係 shut up 晒，要唔好有好多燈。咁你黑地咧瞓覺咧，方便你自己瞓覺嘅。有好多人咧，其實瞓覺咧，開咗燈瞓覺亦都唔正，因為燈咧其實係影響你個睡眠啦。仲有咧，開咗燈咧，瞓覺咧係影響嗰個胰島素嘅 function 嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講，因為佢點解？胰島素咧其實咧佢以為你係準備打仗啊，咁啊泵多啲糖出嚟啊，咁變咗嚟講咧，你個血糖會整高你自己嘅，因為你有燈嘅時候咧，所以好多朋友話：喂，我瞓完覺之後，點解我 measure 瞓覺之前就6，起身嗰陣時又係大5啦，咁但係咧一起身冇幾耐我就會6啊7啊咁喎，其實個身體咧就準備打仗，咁就泵啲糖出嚟咧，準備你去應戰或者準備你做嘢啦。咁所以變咗嚟講咧， 所以有燈咧，其實係要個身體以為哇，你就嚟要起身喎，要打仗喎，咁所以變咗咧，嗰啲糖會走出嚟嘅。所以 don't actually turn on your light to sleep because it affected your body. Thought that you're ready to wake up to pump sugars out to help you, so you will able to basically thought that wow, I'm ready to go. So your body will increase a lot of sugar, and net result you actually get worse, more sugar in your body. Now, very important, you have to have some exercise during the day, because in the exercise during the day it could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 30 minutes. But during the 8-day exercise, actually help you to burn off calorie, maintain better weight. But on top of that, actually it can be relax you too, because all the stress will be removed, and also because it lower your weight and actually decrease your blood sugar. And also, if you exercise, make sure you do it like 6 to 8 hours before your bedtime, not to do it right before your bedtime or during the early day. So like my friend, he wake up at 5 o'clock, he go to walk in a Kapilani Park, whole morning, about 1 or 2 hours. That was excellent time to do exercise. 嗱，其實咧每日咧白天喺日頭嘅時候一定要做運動嘅原因咧就第一，如果你做10分鐘運動、20分鐘運動或者30分鐘，全部好嘢嘅，因為咧當你運動嘅時候咧，你係做咩啊 ？burn up 咗你啲卡路里啊，即係消咗耗嗰啲卡路里啊，同埋保持身體健康啦。如果你好 stressful 嘅，亦都 relax 你啦，同埋你係過重磅嘅，亦都降低你個磅數啦，亦都幫助你降低你血糖啦。咁如果做 exercise 嘅時候咧，應該做5或者6個鐘頭 before 你瞓覺之前去做呢個 exercise，千祈唔好晚黑。我嗰陣時去做 exercise，咁你就弊，因為你嘅心臟啊樣都要一啲時間去 calm 你自己 down 嘅。嗱，我有個朋友咧好特別，佢咧日頭冇時間嘅，我係夜晚時候嘅。咁佢咧瞓覺嘅時候咧，佢就唔係2個鐘頭瞓覺前喎，佢淨係瞓覺去到差唔多11點瞓覺之前咧，佢10點鐘咧就去踩單車，佢個公園單車。咁佢踩到嘣嘣嘣嘣嘣咧。咁嗰日夜晚我瞓唔到覺啊！我點解？因為10點鐘踩單車，所以呢個係其實就唔應該10點踩單車，應該佢放工翻嚟6點7點鐘踩單車，然後食飯瞓覺。That's very good. Rather than 10點鐘踩單車，即係佢屋企有架即係 exercise 單車，然後咧佢話瞓唔到覺個原因就係個身體個 heart 係好嘣嘣嘣，因為佢係好劇烈運動出嚟噶嘛。咁但係之後咧佢真係瞓唔到覺。OK. So one of my friends give me a good example. He said he's too busy, so net result of that, he at the end of the day, it's really interesting. He keeps saying, "Wow, I'm too busy. I cannot have exercise." So at 10 o'clock before he sleep at 11, he will go on an exercise bike, and an exercise bike result. He told me that Andrew, I cannot sleep, and I said, "Why?" Because he exercised at 10 o'clock, and he do it about 1 hour, and his heart rate go up to like 110, 120. And his heart rate pumping, so it take about at least 1 hour for him to calm down so he can sleep. So net result actually affected his sleep. That exercise is good. So I suggested him, I said, well, can you come afterward, at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you do 1 hour exercise, 8 o'clock, eat dinner. Is that okay? And he did that, and the result, it really worked for him. Now, this is an important slide. In all diabetes, you really have to de-stress yourself, including pre-diabetic. Now, really, pre-diabetic, why you have to de-stress yourself? Because if you have type 2 diabetes, if you are not continue to manage the stress, guess what? Your blood sugar will go up, and you will add up more medication. You already know diabetic have all kind of stress because you have to say, wow, I have to take care of my blood sugar, I have to take care of my weight, I have to take care of my diet, I have to control, I have to take my medication. Wow, you have all kinds of things to put stress on you. Diabetic, similar situation can occur because usually the diabetic patient pre-diabetic patient are starting with high cholesterol. So no matter what, the doctor will always give them cholesterol pills to lower the cholesterol. Now, the reason why the cholesterol goes up and will affect eventually you go pre-diabetic is your cholesterol and high sugar will make your blood become thick, and your thickening blood will cause plaque on your vessel. Net result, your blood pressure goes up. So two things will goes up now. And the third thing will come is when your blood sugar continue to go up, your cholesterol goes up. It's called, the cholesterol will go up, will damage your B cells of your pancreas coming out, the insulin B cell. And your insulin B cell being damaged, it become less insulin go up or become high resistant. That result, third stage, guess what? Pre-diabetic. If you are not doing anything to control and doing better, we'll continue high blood sugar, high cholesterol. The fourth stage is what? Diabetes. So that is the whole stage. So in pre-diabetic, it's the same thing because the doctor gives you medication, you have all kind of stress coming around the corner. So you really have to take care of that. So things like that is so important to understand all these process to calm yourself down. Okay? 嗱，糖友，如果你係前期患病者或者係第二期嘅糖友，其實管理你個壓力係好緊要嘅，因為本身咧糖友咧一定係有好多壓力㗎，因為你又食藥啦，我要督針係我知道我自己嘅血糖幾多啦，我又要知道重磅多唔多，哇好多嘢去 manage 喎。咁變咗嚟講咧，你就越整越多咧，係會係好多嘢咧，令到身體好似好多壓力咁樣啊。嗱，前期患病嘅糖友一樣有嘅，原因咧就係因為前期患病，好多人咧就係多數有三高，就會去翻變咗糖尿病嘅。第一高就多數咧係咩啊？係呢個cholesterol 高嘅，你嘅膽固醇高先嘅。咁膽固醇高嘅時候咧，你啲糖同埋膽固醇高嘅時候咧，就會影響你個 B cells 胰島素出嚟嘅 B cell 出胰島素嗰個B cell 喺個 pancreas 喺個胰臟出嚟嘅 B cell， 咁佢咧就唔夠胰島素出嚟啦，或者會become呢個胰島素會 resistance 啦，咁啲糖達唔到入去 cell 上邊啊，咁繼續係做嘅時候咧，咁你個糖同埋個膽固醇咧，令到血咧就好 thick 啊，好厚啊，咁然後咧佢哋你個血管咧就 form 咗好多 plaque， 好多即係血塊嗰啲東西啦，咁嗰啲 plaque 咧就會開始令到血壓高，咁醫生就話你要食藥咯，有糖就會係膽固醇高啦，咁如果你乜嘢都做唔到咧，你繼續高糖咧，第三波翻嚟咧就係你 pre-diabetic 㗎啦，咁你 pre-diabetic 即係前期患病者㗎啦，前期患者咩？呢家唔做下3年咧就變糖尿病。咁其實呢個過程喺1、2、3、4咧，大多數啲糖友都係咁樣出嚟嘅。所以變咗嚟講，就算你係我前期患病者使乜咁注重啊，其實呢個壓力咧係無形壓力嚟嘅，你話睇唔到，就係自己會知嘅。咁你自己咧就真係要繼續咧去管理呢個壓力。So as I mentioned, with pre-diabetic diabetes, you are really getting all kind of pressure. And the pressure is managing a diabetes because it's a lifelong disease. You have to really manage from now all the way when the day you die, you still continue to be a diabetic. So it's a lifelong disease you have to continue to control. So some of the clients sometimes even said, I'm burned out. I am really, I'm so stressed. And I actually have a client told me, a few clients, not only one, few clients, I'm burned out already. Because every day I have to eat a couple 1,000 milligrams of metformin, and so at the end of the day, so after one thing I gave them is drank Lowsutea, and they get felt real good because they see the blood sugar are currently coming down. And some of the clients, unfortunately, said, "Hey, I don't know why I could not bring my sugar down. The sugar are continue going up, and doctor are going to continue giving medication." So good thing is I gave them Lowsutea, and they're seeing the result slowly coming down. In other words, their blood sugar may be 180, 190 all the time, and brought it down to 140, and then a few months later 120, and eventually 80, 90, staying the same over there. So those are the things that they make them very encouraged. And some of the customers were telling me, "You gave me life and hope." I thought that was very encouraging to me too. Help them to able to get that feeling. 知道糖友咧就永遠都係糖友嚟嘅，就算你死啦都會糖友，因為呢個係翻唔轉頭㗎。 所以千祈唔好轉糖友。所以依家我嘅任務咧，就希望我哋嘅前期患病者嘅人咧，唔會變咗係糖友，即係唔會變咗一個diabetes 一個糖尿病患者。呢個係第一個 mission。第二個 mission 咧，如果係糖尿患病咧，我唔會變咗佢係好差糖尿，咁佢永遠咧都係 healthy 嘅糖尿。因為當你做咗糖尿病咧，你唔翻咗轉頭，唔會 convert 翻轉頭，醫生對你都係糖尿患者，到佢死嘅都係啦，糖尿患者啊嘛。咁所以其實咧有好多不同嘅跡象出咗嚟咧。如果你繼續唔去 manage 咧 ，guess what？ 好多糖尿患者會 burn out 啊 ，burn out 咗之後咧，即係話，哇！我結婚啦，我都影響太多啦，我唔做嘢啦咁。當然有啲 burn out 嘅時候咧，亦都影響佢嘅睡眠啊，因為佢好多 stress， 瞓唔到覺，夜諗哇，係咪我第時會差好多咧？係點樣咧 ？A lot of time when they burn out, they really think a lot of things. When I become so bad, is it going to be like that forever? Do I have this upcoming will be? Matter of fact, one of the customers asked me when I will be end up with dialysis. You know, actually, I said, I don't know. You have to control your blood sugar and maintain your blood sugar in about 120 or lower. You will never go to dialysis because your health is always good. 嗱，有好多朋友咧話俾你聽，喂，我驚住我第時眼盲啦，我驚去洗腎啦，咁即係好多顧慮咧，佢瞓唔到覺。咁呢啲咧，其實咧真係會喺呢啲顧慮整唔到覺。咁其實問我，你點解瞓唔到？即係係咪我第時會去洗腎㗎？咁其實我答你唔到喎。其實你未必會洗腎喎。其實你可以，如果你不嬲都係去5啊6啊，你可能永遠都唔洗腎喎，因為你係身體成日健康嘛。咁所以其實好重要咧，真係唔好俾你自己太過憂慮 ，OK？ 因為當你憂慮嘅時候咧，你有一樣嘢咧，你嘅身體係唔會停嘅。你日日咧都會記得咧，係會增加咗你個 cortisol 同 adrenaline 嗰個 hormone。呢兩樣嘢咧係準備你打仗嘅，因為驚嘅時候喺度打仗啊嘛。咁你一定要佢嘅 blood sugar 一定要高 up。咁你有壓力嘅時候咧，你 blood sugar 就會高 up，因為呢個係身體嘅 response 嚟嘅。當你 relax 嘅時候咧，你個 hormone 又會跌翻落嚟嘅。咁如果你 hormone 跌翻落嚟咧，咁你個 hormone 咧，因為咧你就唔會有咁多 stress 啦，同埋仲有咧你個血糖唔會高 up 啦，咁你會好 relax 咧，又會覺得瞓覺好舒服嘅。咁同埋當你冇 stress 嘅時候咧，你會係瞓覺係特別睡眠好，即係有個安全感啦，同埋你係唔會你覺得會休息到啦。咁同埋咧，你係唔會覺得有壓力啦。咁你瞓覺係特別好嘅 ，OK？ 嗱 ，very important. You gotta understand when you have stress, there's a hormone called cortisol, as I mentioned. One more hormone, if you are stressed more, you will start getting called a hormone called adrenaline will start coming up, boom, 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 come up. When you have adrenaline come up because they're ready to fight, okay? So your blood sugar will also go up. And net result of that, if you are continue of that, your blood sugar will not come down, will just continue to go up. But when you relax, your body hormone, adrenaline and cortisol will come down. When they come down, your stress will be also relaxed, your adrenaline will go down. Net result, you'll feel restless. You will not feel restless. You'll feel much easier to sleep, and you have good quality sleep. Plus, you're not able to think about when I get sicker or not. You will continue to de-stress. You go to sleep is so important. So remember, you got to make sure de-stress yourself before you go to sleep. 嗱，記住瞓覺之前真係要 relax 啊。咁啊，你問我點樣能夠 relax 自己啊？好多時候都唔知點做好喎。嗱，好簡單，瞓覺前咧做啲叫深呼吸嘅 exercise。深呼吸咧係幫助你 relax 嘅。嗱， you may ask, how do I de-stress myself when I go to sleep? Important in your bed, while you lie down, you do some deep breathing, maybe about 5-10 deep breathing. You will find that to help yourself much more relaxed and much easier to go to sleep. Also, you have to visualize something happy thing. Now, whichever happy thing is good, you think about your loved one, your grandchildren, your children, a friend, whatever. But think about happy thing. and don't think about horrible things because that will give you worry. OK 嗱，仲有另外一個咧，成日咧諗啲好嘅嘢、開心嘅嘢，千祈唔好諗啲唔開心嘅嘢或者驚嘅嘢，好似死啦，我唔知幾時會病得好嚴重咧，千祈唔好諗啲。咁我第時聽日最緊諗嘢，哇！聽日好好喎，我聽日一起身嘅時候咧 ，imagine 你自己啊起身嘅時候咧，哇！陽光普照，我好舒服，我做好多嘢。咁你變咗嚟講咧，你身體啊、心靈上咧，全部係 positive 係正面嘅，咁你就會令到你睡眠咧係更加好嘅。So think about positive thing before you go to sleep。當然啦，你可以做好多所謂叫做 meditation 啦。咁 meditation 咧，如果唔識咧，去 Google 抄好多都教你 meditation 嘅。多數係做深呼吸啊，做 meditation 會好舒服嘅。咁其實咧 meditation 係好有幫助㗎。咁另一個咧就聽啲好靜啲嘅音樂啦，同埋咧就令到你係舒緩你自己 before 瞓覺啦。So you can actually meditate. If you don't know how to meditate, go to Google, get a lot of meditation exercise for you. And then you also, a lot of people say, I need to do some calm music. That can be good too. Not a lot of hard rock and roll, but calm music will definitely help you a lot. And then you also might say, okay, I can do some exercise, but very calm exercise. Now, the exercise, what I mean is not exercise walking around, but counting exercise. If you cannot sleep, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way 100. Most likely, you will go to sleep. Okay? You count counting exercise, counting 1 to 100. By the time you're 60, you went to sleep already. And also reading can be also helpful. 嗱，記住，因為咧好多時咧，我哋係個人咧個腦係好 active 啊，咁所以有時咧你或者用一個數目字係好有作用嘅。你由一路數到100咧，可能70你已經瞓咗覺啦。咁嗰陣時咧數嘅時候要好 relaxing 數啦，數下瞓覺。咁有啲人咧係要有閱讀，即係讀下啲咩嘅先至瞓覺嘅，冇問題。讀嘅時候咧讀下眼攰啦，識得瞓覺。咁呢個咧呢啲其他好多嘢咧。都係可以幫助你咧，係能夠係幫助你瞓覺嘅，所以變咗係呢啲即係頭先嘅解決方法咧係好有用。記住係要諗啲 deep breathing 要 deep breathing 同埋諗啲好嘅嘢 meditation 或者去calm music 咁啦。In summary, how to get you to sleep? One thing very important, you have to check whether you are sleep apnea. Now, sleep apnea, don't take it lightly. It actually can affect you or your blood sugar, plus affect potentially, if you got real worse, can get stroke. So you got to be very careful on that. Secondly, your blood sugar management is also very important. Manage your blood sugar. Make sure that your blood sugar are not too high or too low. And then you have to have good sleep hygiene, meaning that you have to have a regular sleep schedule, time-wise, meaning that you have to 7 to 8 hours sleep or 9 hours max. Help you out. Don't get 3-4 hours sleep because that will actually get you to die early. Plus, your sleeping time has to be regular. So every night, if I go to sleep at 9 or 10 o'clock, every night I go up to sleep at 9 or 10. And I wake up at 6 or 5 o'clock, that's fine. But that will give you a very good psychological clock in your mind, and you will relax and sleep during time. Do not drink alcohol because alcohol raises up your blood sugar, especially wine. That will definitely raise up your blood sugar, and that will give you the entire evening with high blood sugar. That's no good. Turn off all the electronic devices, i.e. TV, monitor, phone, all that turn off because the blue light affect your insulin resistance. It get your insulin up, then you will actually get really more blood sugar, and that's no good. Now, if you want to exercise during the day. No aggressive exercise during the night, especially go to sleep. It's about 5 hours before you go to sleep. You can exercise, that's fine. Make sure you do that because when you exercise very aggressively, you get your heart pumped up. You take about at least 1 hour to slow everything down, so it affects the sleep. But most important, last but not least, you have to de-stress yourself. De-stress meaning that you have to think about good stuff, deep breathing, You can listen to calm music and so forth, and all that will decrease all your stress, so you have very good night's sleep. So today, I hope that I have answered all your questions. And then if you have any question, I have already one question asked regarding where can you buy. Sorry, I think I better do one more Chinese. I forgot to do Chinese summary. 嗱，記住喺我哋依個瞓覺之前咧，第一要記住有個睡眠窒息症一定要正視。咁呢個咧，一定就係醫生嗰度先能夠可以睇到嘅呢個睡眠窒息症嘅。咁呢樣嘢咧，你就要去醫生去檢驗啦，去 check out 啦。如果係嘅，你就有個叫做 CPAP 嘅 machine 咧，幫助你加啲氧落去身體啦。咁你瞓覺會好啲嘅。第二，你嘅 blood sugar 唔係 go up and down 啦，因為低咧你就瞓唔到覺啦，你會好震啦個人啊。咁仲有咧係要有良好嘅睡眠習慣啦。每日又係我即係每晚都瞓覺都係9點鐘瞓覺，然後10點起身嘅。咁同埋咧，我又要即係唔會去做好多不同嘅 exercise 嘅。咁瞓覺時間有 regular 呢個有個 psychological clock 咧，咁你就每晚都係會9點鐘會覺得好眼瞓㗎啦，就瞓覺。咁千祈唔好飲酒喎，因為飲咗酒之後咧，你血糖會高 up 嘅喎，高 up 你就瞓唔到覺，亦都對身體認真不好。譬如你每晚瞓覺嘅時候飲咗酒咧，你得17或者16度嘅時候，或者200度以上咧，哇 ，that's bad for you，OK？咁同埋仲有咧，你要將所有嘅電視啊、電話啊、monitor 全部熄咗佢，因為藍燈咧係影響你嘅身體嘅荷爾蒙同埋你嘅身體嘅 insulin 會有 increased resistance 嘅，你要有你個胰島素去對抗嘅。咁同埋咧，仲有咧白天exercise 嘅時候，最緊要 exercise 咧係要喺4個鐘頭、5個鐘頭前瞓覺之前做啦。劇烈運就千祈唔好做，因為做咗之後咧，你個身體要剔時間去calm down 嘅。咁最重要咧就減除壓力啦。咁頭先講好啦，減除壓力嘅方法啦，好似 for example 要做深呼吸啊、meditation 啊，同埋咧去聽啲靜啲嘅音樂啊。咁然後瞓覺就熄晒燈嚇，記住 ，OK？ 咁嗱，今日咧我哋咧講完啦，咁我就多謝各位參加。嗱，我依家開始問問題。Is there any question you want to ask? I know there's one question. Where to buy Lowsutea? Wendy, 你去邊度買去糖茶咧？你可以打電話俾我28162338，28162338，你可以打電話入嚟嘅，或者你可以去我俾我個 email 俾你啊。咁就你又可以買揾我去買啦，咁亦都得嘅。咁但係最好就打電話嚟咧，咁我哋亦都有啲嘢送到你屋企嘅。咁你可以容易買咧，就其實打電話入嚟咧，啲嘢就可以送你屋企。咁我有 COD 嘅，即係 cash on delivery 啦，你嗰陣時要俾錢都得嘅。咁你打個電話俾我哋啊，咁我哋咪可以能夠即係為你服務咯。Are there any questions? In a sense that you would like to ask, I would like to answer. Today, some people ask whether, okay. Another thing I want to ask. Now, I have a lot of, ongoing webinar. A lot of people give me suggestions, also what they want to hear. And that's why I actually give this talk regarding difficult to sleep. So I was wondering, maybe perhaps you could give me some suggestion as I gave you the website, not on my email. Write to me, and I would like to construct, the topic you like. 各位朋友，其實咧，我有好多朋友咧都問，喂，我哋想知道咧就係你想聽啲咩嘅故事咧？同埋有咩能夠幫助你咧？喺你堂友裏邊咧？咁其實咧，我有好多人都寫信俾我嘅。咁我亦都寫咗28162338啦，或者我個電郵啦。咁你可以咧喺呢個電郵嗰度咧俾啲即係建議我哋。 咁我哋其實呢個點解我講話瞓覺咧，其實都係啲堂友話俾你，我需要聽呢啲嘢喎。咁我就俾咗，即係變咗就對我哋，即係亦都有一個好嘅幫助啲堂友啦。咁亦都係好嘅。咁呢個係會會 be good。OK。嗱I have other question coming in now. So one of the question from Eugene is, hey, if I have face mask, does it help? Now, face mask, I remember, I don't know, is it face mask if you have a SIP, your breathing machine face mask. If you have that, actually, that's really help. The reason why the SIPR machine is they're actually forcing fresh air into your lung. So if you have sleep apnea, you actually have to have that face mask with the air forcing down, and then net result, you have increased positive oxygen in order for you to actually get very healthy sleep during the night, plus next day, your whole body are fully oxygen. So that is important, okay? Now, eye mask is okay. Another question is, 我講中文先嚇 ，sorry。嗱，其實有一個問題咧，如果你係有睡眠實積症咧，係要有一個 face mask 撳住個鼻咧，去俾氧你嘅。呢個係好重要嘅，因為咧你原因睡眠實積，即係你個脷咧成日跌咗落去喉嚨嗰度咧，塞住咗，你透唔到氣，咁你個氧越整越低，咁你第二日又會攰啦，同埋對你個身體唔 good 啦。好多時有啲人咧有嚴重嘅，可以去到有中風嘅問題嘅。咁其實咧呢個睡眠實積咧就會有幫助你 force 俾啲氧你落去咧，咁第二日你身體全部氧咧，咁你又好有 energy 有動力，同埋你唔會一晚瞓，呢個係好重要嘅。OK。咁another question is, if I have eye mask, in other words, if I sleep, I cover my eye, would that be good? Actually, that is very good, because a lot of time, that's why when you take airplane ride, you should always wear an eye shield, eye mask, to cover your eyes so you can have a good night's sleep. So if you have eye mask can help you to give you a dark environment, you should get an eye mask should be more comfortable to cover your eye to sleep. 嗱，另外一個問題咧，另外一個朋友講咧，就如果我有眼嘅蓋冚住，會唔會好啊？其實呢個好嘅，因為咧，當你有呢樣嘢嘅時候咧，你係幫助你減低啲燈光，咁其實你瞓覺係特別舒服啲嘅。So this is actually very good. You have eye shield to cover your eyes. In case your wife want to watch TV, it doesn't bother you because it cover your eyes. Okay. Now another question. Usually I get at least once to use the bathroom, sometimes twice. If I avoid liquid after 6 p.m., it's only me. Okay. Good. 嗱，有一個問題啦。Let me answer the question in English and Chinese. Okay. Now, as you know, we will all have to drink liquid. If I don't drink liquid, would it be matter because I have to wake up twice at night? Okay. Now, the thing is this: our kidney, after you drink your fluid, usually you will take it care about 2 to 3 hours already. In other words, if you hydrate your body, 2 to 3 hours you will avoid. You will shishi and take the fluid out. Okay, that's how normal people will do. Okay. Now, but if you wake up once in a bathroom, but you have to drink those shu tea to bring down the sugar. So how do you do that at nighttime? Now, I have a lot of a client who are fluid restricted because they're dialysis patients, in other words, kidney dialysis. So they can only drink 500 ml, and 500 ml is 8 ounces total, 8 ounces of water. So what we do is, in the last tea bag, my client or my patient will only put 500 ml. Let me see exactly what's 500 ml. Make sure I don't give you the ounces incorrectly. Oh, 500 ml is not 8 ounces. Sorry. 500 ml is 14 ounces. 14 ounces. So my client is so-called fluid restricted with 500 ml or 14 ounce at nighttime. So what we do is use 500 ml to steep the second bag of tea, and she will drink the 8 ounce before dinner and 8 ounce after dinner, or they will drink around 4 ounce, make it 4 times. So they drink little at a time. So before they go to sleep, they actually, since they only have 500 ml, which is 14 ounce of fluid, so before they go to sleep, actually the fluid already actually will be passing out to the bladder and will excrete night before they go to sleep. So chances for you to wake up is severe minimized, will be minimized, so you don't have to go to sleep. So, but your concentration of the tea is the same, because you can still lower your blood sugar, but you can also able to get the efficacy, and blood solution is still smaller, half of that. I even have patients now, even they're so fluid restriction, they drink only 300 ml. And what is 300 ml in the dinner is 8 ounce, really just 8 ounce water. So I have both of them. They are very successful. Only thing is that tea is slightly stronger, but in a sense it still tastes good, and they all love it. So, we do have people who have fluid restriction, and they all do that, and they steep like 500 ml or 8 ounce, even at 2 minutes. They have to steep at 10 minutes. But for sure, only 10 minutes with 500 ml that will work. Okay. OK， 我講一次啦，就係中文啦。嗱，好多堂友咧就話：哇，我係唔飲得咁多水喎，如果飲水去要去洗手間夜晚。咁有啲堂友咧係要做洗腎嘅。咁其實咧佢嗰晚咧，其實夜晚嗰餐嗰個水咧，佢只係能夠飲到500毫升嘅水嘅。咁有啲係 fluid restricted， 只係得300毫升嘅啫，唔緊要，一樣係可以將最後嗰包茶咧係焗到佢係10分鐘，咁然後咧就分開嚟飲，細細杯一樣得嘅，因為3個鐘頭後咧你個尿已經出咗嚟㗎啦，咁就唔應該影響瞓覺，但係你個茶嘅容量咧都一樣係幫助你降低血糖，所以係冇問題咧。係用呢個300毫升焗個茶10分鐘，或者500毫升焗個茶10分鐘，所以任你係可以點做都冇問題。只有茶係溶些少，但係溶咗係唔會影響瞓覺，因為咧佢係冇 caffeine 嘅裏邊，所以瞓覺一樣。好多話飲咗之後更加好瞓，因為佢好 relaxing 同埋 detox。So a lot of people actually thought that is warm, is kind of hot warm. Tea, Lowsutea actually did help them to relax and sleep, and there's no caffeine, so it does not affect the sleep. Okay, so I have another question. It said, what is the target glucose range for freestyle living monitor? Okay, 咁其實咧呢個 question 係好嘅。So let me answer in question the English first, and then I'll answer in Chinese. The effort freestyle living, your range, if you are diabetic, you should know more than 10. So 10 is about 180, the upper range. So in other words, because you know why? When you eat, you should not more than 10. But when you are not eating, you should somewhere neighborhood of 90. So for the US, it's about 180 to 90. That will be your range. But for Hong Kong, there will 10 and 5. So that way you have a range. Okay. Now, so that is the range. The reason why that's the range is you want your blood sugar continue somewhere in the neighborhood around 120, 130 max when you're not eating. But if you are in normal range, so if you are in Hong Kong, you should know more than 7. If you are in normal range, not eating. And the lower range should no more than 5. I mean, lower than 5 or 4 point something is okay. But sometimes you go as much as low as 4, then you need to start watching, or you go down to as low as 80 or 70, you need to watch. You need to have a little tab of blood sugar, sugar pill to help you in case you get too low, and you will able to actually need to take a sugar pill to check up your blood sugar, because you don't want to get over low blood sugar. Okay, good. So I think I answered all the questions already. Let me ask one more answer in Chinese 啊。如果你糖咧，如果你度糖咧，你度呢個Abbott Libby 咧，咁我個 range 係乜嘢啊？其實你個 range 咧喺現在咧，如果你食飯咧係唔應該過10，食飯唔應該過10，但係跌落嚟咧就大概係4咁上下啦。因為你可以 set 嘅，呢個可以 set， 我依家係5.1 ，OK 睇唔到？咁你如果你個糖係不嬲係5.1或者係6點幾嘅係 good 嘅，平時就唔好過7 ，OK？ 即係就算你唔食嘢就唔好過7。咁呢個係重要你個 benchmark 嚟嘅。So remember this. So you have to measure yourself. You always in that range, okay? So I think I answered all the questions. I appreciate you have give me such a good participation, ask so many good questions, and it is really good to have you joining us. And write to me, and whatever other question you like or information you like, would love to help and continue to give you a good webinar. And if you need Lowsutea, write to me. And as I in Hong Kong, I already gave you the phone number 28162338。如果要買去糖茶咧，記住打電話俾我2162338，或者寫個電郵俾我 andy@wahfong.com andy@wahfong.com。And then for people from America or anywhere, just send me a WhatsApp 852-2816-2338. 852 is the country code, 2816-2338. WhatsApp me, and I'll write down one more time WhatsApp. And I know people from Australia, Singapore, they can do WhatsApp. Okay, so you can WhatsApp me, and we can get you the orders on and talk to us too. So we would love to work with you. Thank you very much again. Take care, and we will have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your rest of the Thanksgiving holiday. Goodbye.